have helmet hair. But like actual, like my hair just is in the shape and looks like a helmet. You just wait. You just wait, me, until I have my hair the way that I like it again, which is longer. Longer. How long is it going to take to get to this long? Patience. It's fine. I just need patience. And until then, I will just continually wear this scarf on my head and make myself feel better because the scarf is cute. Also, does this scarf match this shirt enough? Like, I felt like it did, but I don't know. Okay, the hubs is doing some stuff in the kitchen, so if you hear him in the background, that is that. That was my little PSA for this video. Now, I feel like I am just trying to survive here in this day and age, in this little body that I have. And I turn around and now people be talking about a winter arc? You want me to survive every day in this body and do a winter arc? Over a brand new tube. That is wonderful. It's bouncy. I feel like apparently we need to shake it up. Let's try this again. Girl, that was traumatic. I am jaded from that experience. Okay. Did I get a different color? Or am I a different color? What's happening? No, this is the color. Anyways, the thing is I really feel like I am in a season of growth and progression in my life anyways, which is a good thing, but it's also difficult and it is also not necessarily a choice. It's if I want to live or have some sort of quality of life or be out of pain and crisis, then that is what needs to be happening. And it's going okay. It's going decently fine. So, we'll take it. Whatever. This is where we are. Okay. So I feel like I might as well name it a winter arc since I will be making a lot of progression and changes anyways. Then I can pretend like I chose this. I chose to do a winter arc, but really it was just necessary and I was already going to do it. Also, I'm cool and trendy. So I'll do the trend. I'll do the trend. It was funny because the first time that I heard the winter arc for this year, I was offended. No one was even talking to me. I just saw it on social media. So why was I offended? I don't know. But I was offended. I was like, look, I already have a lot going on and I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to work out so I can be a new dress size, or oh, I'm going to do all of these new skincare things so that I can have better skin and da-da-da-da. No, I have histamine issues. We don't be changing up our products like that. I have a lot of skin issues. I've got thin skin. She's very finicky. So again, that's a no. And I work out to live and to be in some sort of comfort and out of crisis. I work out because of necessity, and I still work out pretty, specifically. I can't just do what I want as much as I want whenever I want without consequences. Not to mention that, why I do what I do when I do right now, because I need to, because I want quality of life, because it's necessary, because my life is hard enough. And I'm just trying to get through and make it easier where I can. So the idea of doing some winter arc and putting pressure on my situation, myself, my expectations, having expectations that I really don't need to be having about my body and my life right now sounds more problematic and more like maybe it would cause a little depression and anxiety and, failure of expectation, which is never fun, in my opinion. And not necessarily be a good thing, not a fun thing whatsoever. But when I thought about it in the context of hey, I'm doing all this stuff anyways, I may as well pretend that I'm doing it because it's trendy and not because I'm just over here trying to do what I do. You would think that I would get new brushes one day because, where's the rest of Where's the rest of this brush? Maybe you should get rid of it. No. No, I don't think so. But anyways, I feel like I did actually come up with some things that I wanted to do to add to my little winter arc that I felt like were super easy and within my, wheelhouse and things that I want to do. So just fun things, like no pressure kind of things. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, for instance, someone had asked me about like my medical trauma and anxiety and anything like that and how I deal with it. And I feel like I talk about that decently enough. But then when I was like sitting down, like trying to come up with an answer, I was like, actually, I could talk about this a little bit more in detail and show some more like examples. And one of the things that I was thinking about is therapy. I'm a big therapy girly. And I've been in therapy, in and out of therapy, mostly in, for like 10 years now. So I feel like I have a lot of things to say, like 10 years worth of things to say about it. But like I said, I'm not always in therapy. So what are some of the things that I do when I'm not in therapy, but still want to be like keeping up with stuff, doing check-ins, doing things that are good for me, and for me, a lot of times I'm not in therapy. It was hiding from me. I couldn't find it. Okay, for me, a lot of times when I don't go to therapy, it's just because like I go and it's quite intense for me to get, like I'm on a mission. Like I'm gonna heal every little nook and cranny of my mental health and brain and emotions and whatever. And then I take all this stuff on, but then I need time to like implement all the stuff that I take on, and that kind of takes some time. And so sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. But also with my physical health, sometimes I cannot physically go to therapy. So whether or not I want to go, I cannot make the time during work hours regularly enough to find a therapist and continue to go and it be beneficial and not actually take too much of the energy I already need just to survive with whatever's going on. Not to mention insurance things, all of that is it can get complicated and annoying, and not all therapists are necessarily created equal. So not all therapists are for me. And in that case, I might choose not to go to therapy, then spend endless time trying to find a therapist, and then, feel like I'm actually wasting my time on something that maybe I could have figured out by myself or with some friends or through another, tool in the toolbox that I have, or that there's something else available in life, or just wait for my OG therapist for her schedule to, align with mine, and for my insurance to make sure that I can do all that. Anyways, the point is that I wanted to show some of that kind of stuff. And there's some stuff that's like kind of fun, but can be beneficial in my opinion, like those little quizzes that you can take, like your love language, your personality. I think, is there like an apology quiz? And then there's like your attachment style, like different things that, to be honest, they can be, I think it's fun. I think it's like a little quiz. You get to learn about yourself, and it's not necessarily like I have this problem and I need to figure it out. I mean, not always. Doesn't have to be. So I think those would be some fun things that we can do together. And I can talk about, why I've done those things in the past and how they've been a lot more helpful and eye-opening than I thought, because I was just bored originally and wanted to do a quiz. Or, a therapist might suggest I do one of the quizzes or read something or whatever, and I'd be like, what? How is that supposed to really help my life and what I'm saying right now? But, trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the professionals. That's what I always tell myself, because I need to hear it. I also just need more fun pink things to wear with my cute little pink scarf that I've been obsessed with lately. And I think I'm going to make that part of my winter arc. Okay, that didn't make any sense, but it does make sense. Trust me. Here's the thing is I have been working on my little affirmation project. I think I'm doing quite well, actually. But there's some stuff that I'm stuck on. So I'm going to make another video and I'm going to try to talk it through because talking it through has really helped and benefited me so far on this channel many, many, many times with many things. And, that's also kind of how I process in life anyways for a long time, is talking it out just helps. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on and where I'm stuck. But I have been making some little shirts and sweatshirts for me to wear. So if I can get those all done and ready, then I can go ahead and order them and have them in and wear them. And that will be part of my winter arc. Super easy. No extra reading or learning or what. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to wear some cute little sweatshirts and tees that make me think cute little thoughts about myself whenever I look at myself in the mirror. And it's also nice for me specifically because I tend to film things and have to edit it and stare at myself, what I'm wearing. And that would be cute. I could be looking at myself and have a cute little sweatshirt that says I'm cute. When I look in the mirror, I naturally read whatever's on my shirt and look at it. Makes it so that I don't have to remember affirmations or have affirmations already, which I do, and I have another plan for that too. But, if I'm off a week or whatever, I'm just trying to make everything as easy as possible for myself and just create some really good habits and systems and use whatever I can to my advantage to make my life a little bit easier and a little bit more enjoyable and a little bit more healthy on all of the fronts, mentally, physically, emotionally. All the leaves make it nice and easy and better and healthful, healthier, better, just better. If I can just do a little bit, 1% at a time, a little bit in a day, then, after a couple months, after a year, after 5 years, my life and how I live it and how I feel could be drastically different. And that is how I plan on making some bigger changes in my life so that, I can have a bigger, happier life and blah, 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 blah. You get the point. I'm just me over here, over explaining for no reason whatsoever. You get the point. I've also just been really enjoying filming, and after the first 6 months, I was, a lot more focused on physical therapy and getting better and different things and learning all of that stuff. And now I'm at a point where I'm, implementing things, so it's not taking as much mental energy, and it's giving me quite a bit of a return. So I have more energy since physical therapy and doing some stuff and la 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 la. And I feel like I was more focused on just trying to get things together and figure things out and go from one thing to the next, as far as like, okay, I have to make sure that I've got some knowledge about editing, and I know what time of day to film and what kind of things do I need to make filming easier for me, a little bit more accessible for where I'm at in my life, or, even just where I'm at, like, daylight is coming down and I can't get up at 7 a.m. every morning and film, because that's just not how my life and my body works. So how can I make it a little bit more accessible? So now I have these, make sure I have cute little lights or whatever. Just trying to figure out all of that stuff, as I feel like was taking up quite a bit of space in my head and, energy-wise behind the scenes to do the first 6 months. And now I feel like I'm in a decent place. Like I can take what I have and just kind of roll with it, like I've got my lights, I've got my cute little mic. My editing has gotten a little bit faster and simpler, and I've been able to hopefully calm my brain down so I'm not overthinking too much, and I can have, a little bit more variety of things to put out so that, I can think about the overthinky things that I want to put out, but also have some fun stuff to put out, because I am a diverse little person, dynamic disability, dynamic life, dynamic person. So I want to have a little bit more of a dynamic channel. So part of my winter arc, I think, is just going to be having a lot of fun because I have not had a lot of fun the last couple of years, specifically because of health things and, being in the hospital and having to make a lot of big, hard decisions that weren't necessarily what I wanted, but was best for us. And I'm so grateful that we had the choice to make some of the decisions we had. Like I had a horse and I decided to rehome her somewhere where she can really thrive, instead of me just trying to muddle through in the situation that we were. And, what was I doing with her? I wasn't hanging out with her as much as someone else could. So that, it's a hard decision, but it's one that I felt like was best for her. So that's okay. And, we moved the last couple years. We were in our own place and it was a lot for us to take care of. It was a bigger place. It was a lot for my husband to take care of. We really slimmed down financially because of, necessity, because of where we were, all the medical bills, like all these things, just our life topsy-turvied. So we decided to topsy-turvy a lot of different things in our life so we can kind of fit in it right now with where I'm at and give me the space to heal and make sure we're in a place, I'm gonna cry, make sure we're in a place where we have support and help from the people around us and the lovely things that they have done for us. And, we live here with my parent, and that has been, such a wonderful thing. Which, we will eventually move on, but it's been really nice to give me the space to feel my feelings about everything that has happened and to feel the pain physically and take care of it instead of having to take care of, a bigger house and take care of my husband and our relationship, take care of, my mental and physical things on top of that, and, really like hit our finances hard so that we could just be back and continue our lifestyle the way that it was, which didn't have to be necessary. We can slim down for now. Anyways, and just not have as much pressure. I felt a lot of pressure, and now we just simplified so that I don't have as much pressure and I can focus and it be well within my energy to focus on just me getting better. No pressure for me to get better. I feel better when I feel better, which obviously there's some pressure from me because I don't want to be feeling like this for forever. Look, I'm just going to make sure that these tears don't leave my eyes because this is not waterproof mascara. This is like Burt's Bees, supposed to be like all 100% natural. And I'm so grateful for this mascara because I can wear it and it doesn't make me like tear up and itchy or anything like that. But, if I start crying, it's going to be all over my face, Anyways, the point of this story is I'm excited for the next couple of months. Also, I have been a little sad today because I was just having some extra skin issues that were painful, which, you might know, autoimmune and being a girl. I also just have really thin skin, like literally. So I have skin issues and, eczema. I've also had like allergic reactions and my skin just, split open, which is, dangerous. Glad I lived through it, but it's also painful and it leaves scars and my skin has just, and I'm a really easy hard scar like this. This is just, I just scratched myself accidentally. Nothing big, nothing crazy, And now I just have that for a long time. Anyways, I scar very easily, all these things. So I have some skin issues and I'm in a little bit of pain today. Not a lot at all. So I should be very thankful because I'm no stranger to pain. But it was making me a little sad and I was thinking about like, why am I so sad about being in pain? Because like I had my colonoscopy a week. I've had my kidneys and whatever trying to swell and break out of, like I have had some crazy painful experiences in my life, and I have, with my conditions, I have some episodes that are very painful and I have them pretty regularly throughout my entire life. I don't Like, why is this little bit of like skin, you know, giving me and making me sad? It's not me, is what I was thinking. And then I was like, you know what? I feel like it has been me recently, this last few months. I feel like I get sad whenever I have something little, like I get like, you know, little teeth things or whatever, and I get sad, and it like I'm demotivated all day. I'm a little depressed for the day. And I'm like, what's going on? So I was thinking about it today, and I realized that I think it's because I have this idea of wanting to, you know, be out of pain and be comfortable and live life and kind of do a little bit more of what I want, be a little bit more independent, be able to go be able to go to the grocery store by myself or get in the car and drive to a friend's house, or, you know, I don't know, which is, I don't know. I guess it's like kind of a good thing that I am desiring to live life, because it's not always like that for me. Sometimes I'm just so exhausted, and I just, the thought of living life sounds so overwhelming that I just feel like I could never, you know? Like, I just don't even know how people do it. Like, it seems so foreign, even though there are periods of time in my life where I, you know, feel like I definitely at least presented like more common and more normal. Like, go here, do this with friends, hang out, go out to eat, whatever. But there are times in my life where I'm just like, how did I ever? How does anyone? And I just feel so disconnected from that. Anyways, so I guess it's good that I'm kind of like thinking about those things again, because even being like, girl, this is turning into a short story long, but you know that's how I is. Anyways, like even moving here with my parents, so glad that we're here, we're all so happy, but I was just like, I couldn't imagine leaving. I couldn't imagine it just being me and my husband again. Because here we also have like family and friends around. I couldn't imagine leaving and not being within such close vicinity of other people that we can ask for help, or taking care of a home all by ourselves. You know, again, I couldn't, having to make sure that we even just cut the grass every week, just I felt I would cry at the thought of it, because I just felt like, how are we supposed to do that? How am I supposed to, which obviously it's me and my husband, but it's just like, how? It seems so overwhelming and so impossible of a thing to do one day. We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry. We just did the makeup. We just did the mascara. Anyways, so I am thankful for that thought process, but also I am just not there yet. And so I think I'm like a little discouraged, like, well, I want to go do this, or, you know, I miss having my horse. I want to go ride, or, you know, spend time or do some groundwork, or, you know, grooming or whatever. I miss hanging out with my friends in person instead of just calling them, and they've got this and this going on, and I wish I could be there, and, you know, different things. So, but the reality is that I am doing pretty well. I think I'm doing really well. Like, I don't even want to say it out loud, but I think I'm actually doing really well. But I'm still like, I still got a ways to go, you know? Like, I'm not super strong yet, and I still have more exercises that are coming for me in the future. I have a couple more things from physical therapy, or that the physical therapist has talked about, that I do want to take on and learn, so that I have it in my pocket for later, or now, or whatever. And there's a couple of like, you know, machines or little things or massagey things that I still want to try to buy and try, like, you know, machine, like, not just like things that I want to try to see if they make a difference for me. And I think I still have some healing for my body to do. I think I've given it a good amount of groundwork, or a good foundation for it to, you know, to work with and to build on. But I think I'm still building, you know, like I'm not there yet. And I think I just need to take a moment and realize that, like, okay, you're on your way to being there. Especially if things continue to go as they're going, you might be there before you know it. But I'm not there yet, and I just need to like kind of accept where I'm at and be like, okay, so I still am having days that I'm uncomfortable, and I have things that I still just, they call for my attention, like the skin things. And, I've got a little bit of pain here, or this. My body's in pain today. It's been in pain for the last few days. And so I've had to do a lot more of my workouts to get out, or my little exercises to get out of pain. So, if I start feeling pain, if I do it right away, then I'll be out of the pain like within the hour now, which is great. That's decent. I mean, it was not like that before. I am thankful. I am thankful. But I'm still having to do that several times a day now to like, kind of treat whatever's going on with my body right now. So, and that's okay. Like, I have the time, and I have the space, and I have the energy to do it. So that's kind of the whole point of my life right now anyways. So I think I just, need to have a talk. Need to have a talk with myself, with you. I don't know. Just in a few more months, we can try again to look at life and be like, okay, am I really ready to do a little bit more of these things? But for now, I think what I'm doing now and incorporating now is good, which is just healing stuff and trying things and figuring things out and treating problems. Issues are still coming up easily, so that I can get on to the next phase of my health where I'm in a place of a little bit more of preventative, like I'm more preventing things than always dealing with something. And, dealing with less some things. I will probably always have some things, but dealing with a lot less some things than like I have a couple things every day that I just gotta deal with. Not major things, not in crisis. So I cannot say. I'm saying I'm so thankful, and it's for me. I just can't express how thankful I am. Ooh, I need to do that thankful video. Anyways, the moral of the story is I'm doing a winter arc. I'm so trendy. I'm so trendy. Subscribe for trendy winter art content. But really, it's just gonna be my normal content that I planned on doing anyways. But we're gonna pretend that I'm cool and trendy and that it's a choice. Because it is a choice. What am I even saying? I'll see you in a couple days.